This is day 26 on how to build your swing in 30 days. Today we're going to talk about the bottom of the swing or the bottom of your arc. Basically, how do we make good constant contact in the middle of our club. All right. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, like the video if you like it. We're going to go ahead and get going on how to concentrate, how to find the bottom of your swing arc every time. So we're talking about finding the bottom of your arc. Very simple. If you just hold the club up, all right, we know right here that is the bottom of our arc. Okay, so when it swings back and forth, it always has the same bottom of the arc. Okay, our swing should be very similar. The bottom of your arc is really controlled by a few ideas. One main source is going to be that left shoulder. Okay, left shoulder, depending on the height of it, is going to control the bottom of the arc. So again, your head is another thing. If your head's bouncing back and forth, it also helps control the left shoulder, okay, which again affects the bottom of the arc. So the two things that I want you to really concentrate on is that left shoulder, the height of it, okay, and what your head is doing. So very simply, we know that the head can move back a little bit or it can stay still. The one thing I don't want to see it do is go forward at impact, in your backswing, in your downswing. It can't get in front of its original position. It starts here, it can move back, but it cannot move in front of the original position. So I want you to take that small swing, and I just want you to really concentrate on keeping your head still, okay? If you keep your head still, it's gonna help control that left shoulder, okay? Now, there's a difference between keeping your head still and keeping your head down, okay? Keeping it down is this, okay? If you keep your head down throughout your entire swing, it's gonna be really hard for you to release the club. It's gonna be hard on your back, okay? As soon as you hit the ball, your head can follow that golf ball, it can release. A lot of people really, man, I gotta keep my head down, keep my head down. That's not gonna be great for your body or your golf swing, okay? So let that head release. Keeping your head still is just keeping it in the same spot, okay? Next, all right, if we keep our head still, automatically your impact, the bottom of your arc should become more consistent. The next thing is controlling our left shoulder, the height of our left shoulder. So if you're somebody who swings over the top, okay, most of the time somebody swings over the top, you're gonna notice their left shoulder is actually lower. Your left shoulder is lower and you struggle with hitting it fat, that's your move right there. You're swinging over the top, your left shoulder is low, and so you also exit usually left around your body, so the opposite ball flight happens, that fade or that slice, okay? So it is okay if you are a person who slices it, feel like that left shoulder actually gets up in the air, okay? You can over-exaggerate what it feels like, because most likely if you over-exaggerate it, things usually come into a happy medium, right? Especially when it comes to the golf swing, okay? Now if you're somebody who struggles with topping the golf ball, okay, could be partly because your weight or your pressure is that you're swinging underneath it so much that that left shoulder is actually coming up in the air, and so then also the club is swinging up in the air. So you're somebody who I want you to feel like your shoulders stay level through impact. So when you swing down, I want you to feel like that left shoulder feels like it stays low, doesn't get up in the air, okay? So when you're out there playing next, all right, really focus on what that left shoulder is doing. The head does make a big part, but really that left shoulder, that is our key move. If you can keep that thing nice and consistent and really kind of almost feel like it returns to the same point, all right, the bottom of your arc is going to be very good. There's a few different ways with how you release the club that can also make a difference. All right, if you are releasing the club back here, automatically you're going to notice the club is going to start to swing up. You're going to hit a lot of tops, okay? And we do see a lot of people who, it's referred to casting or early release, when they come down and the club's straight here, and they kind of drag it through. You are going to struggle with hitting a lot of stuff thin, or if you really are tired hitting it thin, you're going to hit it fat because the bottom of your arc is behind the golf ball. So it's either fat or thin shot depending on where the club is exiting or how high it's exiting, okay? So usually when somebody's making good contact, we know that shaft is leaning and that left shoulder is almost returning to the same height as what it started at, okay? So those are really two good keys for you to work on. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and we'll get going on our next video.